Carson, are you okay?
Still kicking.
Are you okay? There's no stigma, Carson. No, settle down. Carson, stop. I love you. No stigma, baby. Don't be ashamed. No, numbers don't matter. Come on now. No stigma. Carson. Those stupid people got that in his mind. No stigma.
Hey there, twin flame soulmates and conjured beings. Well, really one and the same, because Source, Creator did conjure us up with their thoughts. Just like we can conjure up with our thoughts any being, good or bad. If you know, you know. But that's not what my message is about. My message is about, did you know in Telos, how this government will go back to? And Telos will be here on Turtle Island, and then eventually the whole world. But did you know there's no embarrassment or stigma with your bond marriage or many bond marriages that you can have at one time per the Secrets of the Subterranean Cities book? Yes. Did you know that? There's no stigma. And it says in the Telos book, yep, page 101 to 102 reads on the points I just made. A bond marriage, which means that they're saying we've got something and we realize we really care for each other and we'd like to see where it's going. Okay. So in essence, it is a form of a marriage because it has the commitments underlined for as long as you choose the bond marriage to last. Okay. And then if you decide, oh, well, it was just a passing thing or it's not something that's going to work, turning the page to 102, simply stand in front of a priest or priestess, not a court, to charge you fees, hint, hint, again, and simply explain that it didn't work and there's no stigma on it. No stigma, no embarrassment. So since we're infinite beings, okay, and when we do live in Telos, when this government is run like Telos by Telosians.
Yay!
No. Which in order to be a Telosian, you just have to be harmless minded or Christ consciousness, harmless consciousness minded. That means no abuse in you, no crimes in you. Then you're a Telosian. Hint, hint, wink, wink. If you know, you know.
To be
Since we're infinite beings, we're going to have trillions of bond marriages with no stigma, no embarrassment, no shame, fear, and guilt ever. And the Mother, Father, God is the one that made it this way in Telos and every other universe that runs it like this. Their government, their people, which every other universe does but ours. We're the only planet, and maybe the other two, that are just ahead of us a little bit. They don't hardly have any evil, but we still do. They're all run in every universe, every planet, just like Telos. Right here. Telos. Okay? Telos. And I kept on forgetting to put that it's called Telos Volume 1, Revelations of the New Lemuria. We Hunas are of Lemuria. Our Lemurian ascended master is Lord Sanat Kumara, and you don't want to mess with him. Look him up. Look up everything I'm saying. Yes. So there's no stigma. And then it says some people can have several bond marriages at once. And then goes on to say there's also no stigma on that, which means polyamorous. It seems like I got like a fuzz, or I was kind of doing stuff with my hair. So see, there's no stigma. So much love, namaste. I'm going to keep this short because I feel like there's hair or something. Or maybe an ancestor of light is touching my face in agreement. But anyways, go to this book. It explains everything I just said. And I read off of page 101, 102. So don't let anybody embarrass you about how many marriages you have. Okay. Now, they should call all these marriages we've been in bond marriages. Okay. And proper bond marriage or poly marriages, you don't cheat and go behind people's back. Ever. You don't do anything deceptive, abusive, or criminal. Ever. That's a proper or a loving, wise, healthy, amazing bond marriage or poly marriage. You guys all agree, all based on love and wisdom, no criminal or abuse, no manipulations, deceptions, no stealing money or anything, no playing games of any malevolent, sadistic, sociopathic, psychopathic ways. That's a bond marriage or a poly marriage. And then, of course, it goes on to say, also on those pages, you can have a sacred marriage. It's just like a monogamous marriage. But either way, there's no stigma. Because if you don't want to do a sacred marriage anymore, you don't have to. You can just dissolve that and not be embarrassed with stigma, shame, or saying, how many marriages have you had? Have you had 6? Have you had 5? Have you had 10, 7, 20, a million? Have you had a trillion? And I'm being silly when I'm making these voices. But in the courts, as you know, negative energy when they try to make us embarrassed for how many bond marriages or sacred marriages we've had. No, that doesn't go with the Mother, Father, God, Source, Creator, the All One. That game doesn't go with them. So stop the lying, read the truth, get rid of all the lying words in your life, whether it's in your mind or someone else's mind, okay? And leave all the negative, lower energy people that hate you, use you, abuse you. Just start over. You effed up, so you got to start over. Hey, I've been there so many times, okay? Me and my kids have been there so many times. And sometimes you got to say adios to your family because they're evil. And they've shown and proven that to you many times. If you know, you know. Bye, you guys. See you again. Love you. Bye, 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 bye.